Most recently, I've started editing the June 26th my dinner video in Camtasia 2019. During the late evening hours, and continued editing as such into the night hours. After the June 25 my dinner video uploaded to my YouTube channel around 7:40 p.m. I edited the June 25 my dinner video in Camtasia 2019 during the early to mid afternoon hours. Around 11 in the morning, I had a glass of original V8 vegetable juice with two Jimmy Dean's egg witches, and a lean cuisine. I can't remember the exact name of the meal, but it was essentially a piece of fish with rice infused with some peppers around it. My mom prepared the fish and rice meal, and the egg witches as my breakfast. And around that time, my mom prepared a cup of plain coffee for me, which I sipped at in my room. I recall my mom prepared that cup of plain coffee around 10:30 in the morning. And I had about 2/3 of it before the breakfast was prepared. And I had the remaining third after eating the egg witches and the lean cuisine meal. I recall naturally waking up around 9:30 in the morning after falling asleep around 5 in the morning. And I did an abbreviated edit of the June 25 my dinner video project file in Camtasia 2019, in which I pretty much just reviewed the end of each raw video clip, after putting the photo part and then the raw video clips in order. On the Camtasia 2019 studio timeline. During the early afternoon. And then it was during the mid afternoon hours that I finished reviewing and editing the end of each raw video clip. What qualified as the end of each raw video clip was arbitrary and varied for me, but in this case, of the June 25 My Dinner video project file, it usually meant the last 15 to 45 seconds of each raw video clip. I initially planned on being done with editing the June 25 My Dinner video project file in Camtasia 2019. by 2 p.m. But then around 1 p.m., I decided to shut down my laptop by holding down the power button, and then after waiting a few minutes, press the power button to power on and reboot my laptop. I did this to free up some space on my laptop, to ensure that the June 25 my dinner video project file would render correctly in Camtasia 2019. As at the time I only had roughly 17.5 gigabytes of space left on my laptop, though I don't think it was really worth it to do that, as I wasn't able to resume work on editing the June 25 My Dinner video project file until about 1:40 p.m. and I only got my space left on my laptop to about 20 gigabytes. So, not really much of a difference. And as a result, I had to push back finishing the editing of the June 25 My Dinner video project file in Camtasia 2019 to around 2:30 p.m. And then I went in the in-ground pool at my mom's place, and she joined me in the pool, and I was in the pool for about an hour or so. Somewhere between an hour and an hour and 15 minutes. While the June 25 My Dinner video project file rendered in Camtasia 2019. During this time, I sipped at an aluminum can of True Power. It was an aluminum can of the True brand's I justified having that True Power aluminum can by doing some swimming. Considerably more than I do historically. Whenever I go in the in-ground pool at my mom's place. Usually when I go in the in-ground pool at my mom's place, I end up mostly chatting with my mom, and today was no different. But today in particular, I did some laps around the in-ground pool. And then did some fun races from the shallow end to the deep end of the pool and back. And then at the very end of my time in the in-ground pool of my mom's place, my mom suggested that she and I get on 2 different floaties to just float on the surface of the water. Just above the surface of the water. I in particular got on a pretty colorful circular floaty that I recall predominantly had the colors yellow, red, and blue. I recall the June 25 my dinner video project ended up being somewhere between 36 and 37 minutes long after I put the photo part in order and then the raw video clips in order on the Camtasia 2019 studio timeline. And what I ended up uploading to my YouTube channel, and it was around 7:40 p.m. when it finished uploading to my YouTube channel, and it was roughly 34 minutes and 45 seconds long. While the June 25 my dinner video project file was uploading to my YouTube channel, roughly from 5:45 p.m. to about 6:45 p.m., I walked to our local Wegmans to return a medium gray plastic garbage bag full of container deposits. And these were predominantly plastic bottles and aluminum cans. But there were also a few glass bottles in there. Pretty much in a separate plastic bag within the garbage bag. During the walk to Wegmans, I saw and picked up a Wegmans plastic water bottle on the ground, adding it to what was in the medium gray plastic garbage bag. Once I got to the container return machines, when I found it, there was a little water in that plastic water bottle, which I used to water a tree on the lot of me and my mom's local Wegmans. As I was walking onto the lot of that Wegmans, I got back $4.05 in the form of 4 $1 bills and a nickel. I recall at the time I walked to Wegmans and back, it being overcast, mildly hot, and somewhat humid, and by the time I had walked to the container return machines, I was sweating moderately. While around the time I was in the in-ground pool at my mom's place, it was partially cloudy, mildly hot, and somewhat humid. Around 7 p.m., I had some leftover steak and some chicken with some frozen cut up carrots and some peas that my mom prepared. and I had with that a vanilla cream muscle milk bottle by the Gatorade brand. I recall it was somewhere between 8 to 8:15 p.m. when my mom drove me to my dad's place after my stuff for work at Wegmans was packed into a Walgreens reusable bag. At one point after my mom brought me to my dad's place, I filled my reusable American Red Cross water bottle with tap water and then sipped at that tap water over the next 45 to 60 minutes. It was enjoyable to have that tap water.